What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, bringing Ravens content every single day. Now, today, we may not talk as much Ravens as normal because we had some big-time news coming out in the NFL. Obviously, within the last week, we had the Deshaun Watson trade, which we will surely talk about, the Cleveland Browns, stuff like that. But today, it went 150 miles an hour. We hear about Tyreek Hill's like, oh, wow, he's been given permission to find a trade. And then all of a sudden it was just like, oh, it's between the Jets and the Dolphins. And then it was like, all right, he's a Dolphin. It's set. Trade's done. He's got extended, getting a massive contract. So that was huge. Like, just in the span of like zero time whatsoever. Everything went 100 miles an hour. So, as always, we're going to be answering as many questions as you guys have. And if you guys are watching this in post and stuff like that, welcome. Ask questions in the comment section down below. Also, guys, check out the podcast on podcast platforms. I'm going to try and promote it a little bit more. It's been there the whole time. But, if you guys want to hear like the segments early and stuff like that, go check it out on, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, that kind of thing. But, I see a lot of people in here. Joshua, how are you doing, on this nice little Wednesday?
Man, over here in Baltimore, it is a little wet. It is a little damp. It is very cold. So, if I'm Tyreek Hill, I would not mind being traded to Miami with a 4-year extension, $210 million contract with about $79 million guaranteed. I just tell you before we started recording, man, we in the wrong profession right now. It sounds like that we need to still be Ravens fans, but we might need to go down to South Beach and enjoy the warm weather. And right now, with the Ravens, it's been real quiet since Michael Pierce. We still be a center, even though shout out to Christian Castillo-Cologne. Correct me if I said his name.
Tristan Colon Castillo.
Cologne Castillo. Happy birthday to him, another fellow Aries. But it's bothering me, man. It's bothering me, because now we're back in the loom of what do we do? Do we still bring somebody in? Do we get someone in the draft? And if we do get someone in the draft, do we stay at 14? Do we trade away some picks to move up? I mean, April's not even here yet. I'm supposed to be just, enjoying myself for my birthday. But honestly, I want to get past my birthday and get to the 29th of April and see what we do.
Yeah, this draft process, guys, is going to be so much fun. And I saw, shout out to Marlon Humphrey, and his amazing Twitter account. He tweeted something out and he was like, okay, guys, why is it every year that like we see the quarterback pro days and everyone's like, oh my goodness. He's like, are we supposed to be impressed that these guys can throw the football? I thought that was pretty funny. The guys look good, but they always look good. They never show us like bad highlights from pro days and stuff like that. But Malik Willis, I got to say, he looked pretty good. Shout out to Malik Willis. He had a really good pro day. But I thought Marlon's tweet was pretty funny saying, are we just supposed to act like they're not supposed to be able to throw a football? So shout out to him for that. That was really funny. But a lot of draft talk, as always, already in the chat. I see Void's bringing up Jermaine Johnson, the Florida State prospect. Lance Reyes really likes Arden or Rasheem. Likes David Ojabo in the second round. Dawson says Jermaine Johnson the first, and then Pickens, wide receiver out of Georgia, in the second. Talking some wide receivers drafting early. We may have talked about that on the podcast, guys, if you guys want to check that out early. Otherwise, it'll be out on Friday. Sorry for all the plugs, but let's see here. Everyone's wishing you a happy birthday. It's not your birthday yet, guys.
It's not here just yet, y'all. April 17th. But, thank y'all anyway. Yo, just between the QB carousel and now I'm just looking at this year's schedule still.
Oh, yeah.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars loaded up. Is there a possibility we might be in a dogfight with Jacksonville?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, is it a chance that we Are we going to be in the track meet with Miami?
Ooh, track me with Miami. The thing about it is Miami has Tua, and Tua hates throwing the ball deep, and so it's like yeah, they're gonna be fast, but it's gonna be underneath. So it's just something where it's like, okay, that takes away the Mahomes Tyreek Hill, where it's like Tyreek Hill 60 yards downfield. Even if you're like with any other quarterback, like you're like, all right, whatever. Like the quarterback's not throwing it farther than this point.
Well, let's take it another step further. Let's go ahead and get a hot take out here. You know, there was a quarterback that had a lot of allegations against him and everything like that, and was actually traded over here to the AFC North. Now
Okay.
we have two starting quarterbacks sitting for this interesting, ludicrous organization up there in Ohio. And the other quarterback, he pretty much said he wants to get out of there. What if, even though they love Tua in Miami, that other quarterback goes to Miami?
Which other quarterback? There's a lot of Baker.
Baker.
I don't think Baker would want to go to Miami just because Miami for some reason loves Tua. I don't love Tua. I don't think Tua is very good. But you know what? They seem like they're rocking with him. They decided to take Tua over their coach, who was actually a really good coach. But I don't think they want Baker because Baker is going to get paid sooner. Tua still has 2 more years before I think the team option. Or maybe it's just 1 more year. I think it's 2 more years before the team option. So because he was taking the year of Burrow. And what's his name? Burrow and Herbert. So I don't know. I'm not overly thinking that he could go there. He possibly could, but
yes, we do, Dawson. We do play the Dolphins this season.
Revenge game for the Ravens. Revenge game for the Ravens.
It has to be, but we play them in Miami again.
Oof. Oh man, Baltimore in Miami. That's Lamar Jackson's home field.
Oh,
right there.
Excuse me. No, we play them here. When we go to we go to Tampa Bay to play against Tom.
Okay. Yeah. No longer would it be Kyle Trask, sadly. I was hoping for Trask. I mean, significant moves. The Ravens' weapons are pretty set on offense, and I think bringing in Morgan Moses was a significant move. Bringing in a legitimate, good offensive tackle, I think, is a significant move, even though it's not flashy. And Peanut, we don't know what week we play Miami. The schedule hasn't been released, but we just know we play them. I feel like we did have a significant move with Morgan Moses, but I don't know. Was it significant, Joshua?
I mean, offensive line definitely was a need, especially at that right tackle position. I mean, it was a show all last season. You know, with Ronnie Stanley being out, and you're making a move of putting out that man that we should have never picked up that played for the Bumblebees. You put him on the left side, and then on the right side, it was a carousel. We had McCurry there. I forgot who we had before. I know we had Tyreek Phillips there for a little bit. So not having a solidified right tackle, someone that actually, could protect Lamar Jackson, that is a big move, So getting someone like Morgan Moses and honestly getting a guy that, admires your quarterback game and wants to protect them, you like to see that. I mean, look at the Collins move with Cincinnati. What did he say in his presser? You have your bodyguard now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's very significant, especially for the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think it is a significant move. It's just not flashy. And Chris Reed brings up a really good question right here. He says, hey, guys, it's been on my mind, but look at the fact that we got Marcus Williams. I believe the Tyrann Mathieu market goes down in my eyes. I think he can play. I think we can play Chuck as a box guy with Tyrann Mathieu, out deep, maybe around $9 million. Now, I don't think that's something that would happen. I think if the Ravens are going to get a safety, it's going to be bringing back Deshaun Elliott on a 1-year deal. But I feel like they don't want to have Marcus and Tyron in the back together. I feel like that wouldn't be an amazing combo just because they're both very aggressive players, and we need someone that's a little bit more conservative, like a Chuck Clark opposite. King Tay says put Chuck Clark at will.
But you know what? The funny thing is, if they were to bring back Deshaun Elliott, in my opinion, in Mike McDonald's offense, the way he moves pieces, Deshaun Elliott would be my strong safety. And I actually will tell Chuck Clark, like, hey, you have one of the highest IQs on this field. We still would like to have you on this field, but let's do this. Let's tell you to bulk up a little more and put you at that will linebacker position, and let Patrick Queen. Oh, excuse me, not the will, the Mike, and let Patrick Queen work at the will still. Because honestly, when we saw PQ move to the will position, he flourished. Or put Tony Jefferson at the Mike. I feel like you get one of those aggressive guys, in the box with that front four. Anything is possible. And getting some linebackers that actually cover the tight ends, and stick with these guys and got pretty decent cover skills. I'm all for it. I put it like this. With this season, we have to have some of the most insane creativity in order for us to, make it to the Super Bowl this upcoming season. Because this is not going to be a cakewalk as we thought. The tides have shifted. I mean, Von Miller's in Buffalo, y'all. I mean, I'm not really worried about Atlanta. Shout out to Marcus Mariota, two-year contract. But I'm not really worried about that. If Carolina finds a way to get, I don't know, Kenny Pickett maybe, and Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore go off, okay. But then we got Denver. I felt strong that we're gonna beat Denver, but now they done brought Russell there, and then you're gonna get a healthy Jerry Jeudy, and then you got KG Hamler, and what's the other one? Sutton.
Cortland Sutton, yeah.
I mean, you got New England, got one of the best coaches in the league. Saints, Jameis Winston is going to be coming back from his injury. And honestly, since he got the corrective eye surgery, Jameis has been playing a little better. So you really don't know why. You still got Michael Thomas. Anything can happen. You got the New York Giants. Wink is going to be sitting that zero cover blitz. So you really never know how this season may play out. So the creativity on both sides of the defense and offense, the vaults out of Gregory Roman, everything needs to come out this season.
Absolutely. And guys, shout out to everybody in the stream. We're almost at 50 viewers already. So shout out to you guys for coming in. I see a lot of people, bringing up potential additions. Peanut Power says, what about Joe Schobert in the middle? He can tackle, and we really need that. Yeah, we do need someone that can tackle, but I feel like we can draft someone or just utilize our newest coaches to improve our tackling. And I think that's something that we can absolutely do. So, yes, it's a possibility, but I would rather use the guys that we already have because I feel like they do have the ability. Ooh. Ravens Flock says Lamar has the worst weapons out of the true contenders. What do you think about that, Joshua?
God dang it, Ravens Flock. Come on, man. Listen. Things gonna get better. I mean, at this point, the only disappointing move that we made in free agency, in my opinion, is bringing back Patrick Ricard. I understand that our identity is run heavy, but honestly, if you bring with you having Ben Mason on a reserve deal, you could have got, in my opinion, more productivity out of Ben Mason. That is an actual hybrid fullback tight end where you could have almost used him as a Kyle Juszczyk, because honestly, everybody wouldn't have known about Kyle Juszczyk unless it was for us. Now the 49ers really utilize him in a great way. So I feel like we do have weapons. The only thing we honestly missing is a third receiver. Well, I would say a primary X receiver in my opinion. You know, you gotta alleviate Mark Andrews. He can't always be the first target, in my opinion. He can't be his number one go-to guy. I feel like Rashad Bateman, if he stays healthy, that is the number one go-to guy. I mean, everyone's number one, but we just gotta do things differently. But I don't feel like we have the worst group of weapons.
I mean, if we're thinking about overall true contenders, right? You got the Chiefs, you've got the Bills.
Yep.
I think both of them definitely have better weapons. You could throw in Denver with Russell Wilson. They've got great weapons, great running backs, great offensive line, great wide receivers. NFC, the Buccaneers, Tom Brady's got his weapons. Who else in the NFC? The Packers. Are the Packers true contenders? They don't have great weapons, but they got Rodgers. So I don't know. I think the Packers would be the debatable team.
I don't, but I feel like Rodgers don't have the effect of Tom Brady of making back in no-name wide receivers who they are. I feel like Aaron Rodgers kind of needs those guys with a little bit of more So I don't know. It's going to look a little scary. It's going to look a little scary this season for Green Bay. And I forgot what team it was. They actually are. Some team is actually looking at Valdez.
I heard the Chiefs are looking at Marquez.
That would actually make sense.
Yeah, sadly.
Then we also got to remember too.
They got Juju.
That, but also the Raiders have loaded up as well with Devontae Adams and the Chargers. But the Chargers loaded up on both sides of the ball. I like what they did.
Yeah, they definitely loaded up everywhere. All the spots, they are set. They are very set. Let's see here. The advantage of having depth at edge is you can use the athleticism to your advantage in different packages. This is very true. When you only have a couple of really good edge rushers or a couple of edge rushers, whether or not they're really good, being able to sub them in and out, one, is able to give the defense different looks, but two, is able to give guys rest. Like, some of the best pass rushers in the NFL are not out there every single down. They are not out there every single down. They are out there very rarely, but they come in and they're very efficient because they have that energy. So being able to have guys to come off, the sidelines on third down and get you a sack, that's critical. That's what Zadarius Smith did, for the Ravens when he was here originally. He wasn't out there every single snap of his young career, but he would come out on third down and he would get a sack. And then he would go right back to the bench.
Same role as someone else in this draft played as well for University of Michigan.
Mr. David Ojabo, Mr. Aiton Hutchinson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. And Chris Reed brings up, this is a great question, the age-old Ravens question. Sorry, I feel like most Ravens fans want to get a number one guy, which is $20+ million a year for a top receivers. I ask you guys, are you spending that money on a wide receiver? I'm sorry, but I'm this offense, no. In this offense, no, I think is what he's saying. In this offense, no. Joshua, are you spending $20 million on a wide receiver?
Hey, man, what's my take? If y'all haven't listened to the podcast, man, listen to the podcast. I asked McConnell some compelling questions. Once again, y'all know who our offensive coordinator is, Mr. Gregory Roman. And before we brought him in, y'all know where he was at. If y'all didn't know who he was at somebody's high school. And I'm pretty sure at that high school that quarterback didn't really have that much talent, but that quarterback probably could run the ball, or their running back could probably run the ball. So, with this style of offense, no, I don't see us getting a big name wide receiver. I see us getting some guys that are serviceable. I mean, heck, our offense does not make it appealing for a big name wide receiver to even come because, the talk last year was Allen Robinson. And I don't blame Allen Robinson for not wanting to come to Baltimore because, when you get a whiff around the league of what's going on in certain teams, hey, man, leave me out of it. But the only appealing person would be to me right now is a Julio Jones. Julio Jones can play a serviceable role of a Anquan Bolden for this year's upcoming Ravens team.
I think that's a good comparison. That is definitely a really good comparison. Yeah, spending a lot of money on a wide receiver in our offense definitely doesn't make sense, but I don't like spending money on wide receiver in general. I don't want to spend any money. I wouldn't spend $20 million a year on Devontae Adams, on Tyreek Hill, on DeAndre Hopkins, on whoever you guys think is the best wide receiver in the NFL. I'm not spending it no matter what team I am. Because wide receiver is not a position that, brings about wins, or at least not when they're paid a lot of money. Quarterback is one of the few positions where it's like, okay, yeah, you got to keep that guy. You don't have to keep wide receivers, okay? We got so many guys coming in and out of different teams in different situations that just switch out and the teams are able to be good. Look at the Patriots. They had a lot of great players. Who was the best wide receiver Tom Brady ever played with? Randy Moss. Did he ever win a Super Bowl with Randy? No, he did not. He won them with Edelman and Welker and a lot of other guys, Brandon Bolden.
Matter of fact, let's talk about the best wide receiver to ever come out of New England's organization that also played defense, Deion Branch.
Yeah, you one with Branch.
Branch played corner. He played corner on the opposite side of Ty Law a little bit.
So I don't see the reasoning in paying guys that much money. I just don't think it's financially viable.
Yeah, if you look at it now, some of the top receivers that are getting paid has not reached the Super Bowl. One, Michael Thomas. DeAndre Hopkins is another one that's got paid, I believe. Don, what's going on, man? How you doing? Who's another guy that's out there? Has Devontae Adams gone to the Super Bowl with Aaron?
No, he is not. Not that I don't think so. Maybe his rookie. I don't know what his rookie year was, but maybe he was like the fifth string wide receiver when Rodgers went to the Super Bowl. But I don't think so.
Okay. So yeah, man. Honestly, right now, I rather get a high talented guy on a rookie contract, get the best out of him. If he wants to stay with Baltimore, we make a good deal. Hey, by all means, let's keep him. But that young man chases the bag. By all means, you got my support.
Mm-hmm. And Adid, I think this is a really good comparison. Like, if you're going to spend money on something, make it something that's going to lead to wins. Wide receiver does not have the ball in his hands enough to completely constitute winning. Quarterback has the ball in his hands every single snap, which is why it's the most important position. An offensive lineman is protecting every single snap. It's very important. Wide receiver, if you call a run play, I guess they're there as a threat, but they're just, their skills are completely taken out. So, and this is true. This is true, Tanya, but you don't have to pay somebody for that to happen. You can draft a guy. You can use the guys we have. We got guys that can make jump ball receptions. We just don't use them.
Look at Mike Williams and Justin Herbert before Mike Williams got his contract.
Yep. Young guys can do it if you draft them. Or just give them the opportunity. That's been the Ravens' problem. They've drafted guys with great jump ball skills. They just never utilized the jump ball skills. Dylan's asking if we should trade for Devontae Parker. Man, we made a couple videos about this last year.
Did we, though?
Yeah, that's one of the most viewed videos on the channel. Yeah, at one point it was the most viewed video on the channel. I want to see his contract because it's been a while. Ooh, it's not that bad.
What's it talking about? What it hitting for?
Right now, wow, Spot Track's loading really slowly. Less than a $10 million cap hit the next 2 seasons. That's not bad. I would be okay with that.
Not bad at all.
I would be okay with that. I think he is a very solid jump ball wide receiver. He's not making a ton of money. I think he's coming off of injury, or I know he's been injured in the past, but when he's been on the field, he's been a really solid player. I think he's a beta version of Mike Williams. I think it's the best comparison that I can make.
Wrong siren. Can I ask you something? When did you start watching Lamar Jackson? The reason I'm asking this is not about him working with an elite thrower. We got to put in some plays and have some wide receivers that can create separation for him to really for him to let loose. This young man was throwing the ball. He was throwing the deep one in Louisville. He has thrown the deep one in Hollywood many a times. So the deep pass is not the issue. It's about the creativity in the play scheme, and finally getting some wide receivers that can create separation and go the distance.
Precisely. If we don't have the weapons, how can we show off Lamar's skill set?
Exactly.
Makes it very difficult. Spooky J says his dream scenario is to sign Bobby Wagner, and Shredder, draft Jordan Davis in the first round, and draft David Ojabo in the second round. My issue with drafting Jordan Davis is now that we have Michael Pierce, I don't see the reasoning for drafting Jordan Davis, because Jordan Davis isn't playing on the edge. Michael Pierce isn't playing on the edge, and Madubuike can't play on the edge. So that's three guys that you want out there consistently, but you're not going to be able to have them. And Pierce and, Jordan Davis are similar in the fact that they are going to be there to stop the run. And I don't know. I don't love Jordan Davis now that we have Michael Pierce. If we didn't have Michael Pierce, I would be 100% down.
Right. It would have been different if Zadarius Smith was on board. But, we filled the hole of interior linemen.
Dylan says that he listened to the podcast while playing Madden or driving to school.
Nice.
Interesting. There we go. It's the only response we've gotten from that question from the show. So shout out to Dylan for listening while playing Madden. Let's see here. I don't know why the Ravens would draft a defensive tackle in the first 2 days. Now that they have Michael Pierce.
It just doesn't make sense. For me, it would have to be corner, edge, or offensive lineman. That first pick at 14 has to be an edge rusher or a corner. That second pick has to be, for me, an offensive lineman. Mm-hmm. You can get a steal wide receiver in the third round and another corner. We only got 2 corners on that's being paid right now. We haven't heard nothing about a deal being inked with Chris Restry yet. That's a little absurd to me.
Absolutely. It's definitely absurd that we haven't gotten that. We got so many things that we got to fill. Getting a guy that's not filling that in the first 2 rounds is not super viable. TY says, can we get a true backfield threat if we have Alvin Kamara? We would be moving the ball a whole lot more underneath, and that would open up the deep ball, which Lamar loves throwing. I don't think we need an Alvin Kamara. I think we just didn't have our guy last year. We didn't have either of our guys last year.
I was about to say, McConn, I got this. I was about to have this one. I love my running backs now.
Go for it.
Ty, man, you feel me? I love everybody that's coming to the stream. I appreciate y'all, but at the end of the day, we have Ray Rice 2.0, also known as J.K. Dobbins. I mean, honestly, when he comes back, y'all, that's going to be a floodgate, in my opinion, because once he gets those underneaths, that's going to open up a lot of things. So, no, I don't think Alvin Kamara's in jail, Spooky. Gee, come on now, y'all.
I think he did get arrested.
Yeah, he did get arrested. And
I don't know if he's in
it was like
jail.
I think it was in Vegas as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, them guys gotta stay away. But no, seriously though, y'all, be safe and just have fun, as legally as possible. Engraving OG. Do you trust the RBs to be back all the way? Honestly, for JK, this is his second ACL tear. He's battled before. He knows how to come back and come at top form. I honestly feel like he will be back all the way. And I don't know if you've been checking out Gus. Gus is under about 10% body fat. So, the thing was for Gus, he always wanted to get faster and always stay stronger. So I feel like those two young men are going to be coming guns blazing come, game 2 or game 3. So I definitely feel like they're going to be I definitely feel like they're going to be ready to go.
Yeah. I definitely agree. Let's see here. Wasting perfect food. I agree with this. I don't want to draft a center, and I don't want to draft a linebacker. Not in the first round. I'm down with drafting him in the draft, but definitely not in the first round. Definitely not in the first round.
Yo, I would rather get a linebacker in the 4th round. Give me Brandon Smith. I think we're sold on Brandon Smith. I think we sold on Amuma out of Wyoming. Those are still sleeper picks. And honestly, Deion Sanders put us out on blast this week for us not having a scout at the Jackson State Pro Day. And a guy that I'm pretty big on from Jackson State is James Houston IV, transfer out of University of Florida. Thank you, Dawson. Chad Muma. But James Houston IV, he knows how to set the edge. He knows how to set the edge, get up the field. He knows how to. He's a solid tackler, and I feel like that's another Tyus Bowser because he can also put his hand down on the ground as well. So, man, hopefully we can get some sleeper guys this year and be an immediate impact.
Oh no. We got the vault being brought up again.
Oh man, come on. Don't do the vault, man. Come on, baby.
The vault.
Listen.
Legendary.
Listen, we just trying to work with Gregory Roman.
Christian Harris. I do like Chris Harris. I do like Troy Anderson as well. I love Troy Anderson. Dude had an amazing combine. I'm kind of disappointed with how good his combine was because now he's going to go a lot earlier. But linebacker out of Montana State, one of my favorite guys. Dylan, I don't think Kobe Bryant is a first-round pick kind of guy just because he's just not as polished. Which is his issue coming out of Cincinnati. Kobe Bryant was the guy taking the 1. Yes, he wasn't in the shadow, he wasn't in the shadow of Sauce Gardner, but he just wasn't someone that needed. He was very good, but them as a duo is what made them so much better. I think. I think both of them helped each other in their improvement.
Would you say the same thing with Josh Jobe?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think Josh Jobe played with the talent at secondary that either of them played. He played with obviously talent with the rest of the defense. But the benefit of Josh Jobe coming out is he is coming from Alabama, which is just notorious for pumping out NFL-ready players.
Okay.
It's difficult. It happens every year when we get a great team, an all-time great team that's historic. All of a sudden, everybody gets overdrafted. Look at the LSU Tigers with Joe Burrow, right? They came out and it was like, yes, Burrow deserved to be drafted. Justin Jefferson was fantastic. Jamar Chase, those were the guys, right? Well, who else got overdrafted? Clyde Edwards-Helaire, huge overdraft right there. Yeah. I hate to say it, Patrick Queen got overdrafted a little bit. Was he a really good prospect? Yes, I feel like he should have been a second-round pick. But because he was on such a great team, he's going to get drafted a little bit higher. Grant Delpit, safety for that team, got drafted first 5 picks of the second round. I felt like that was a little bit early for him. They really like to overdraft. This year, I see that team being Georgia defensive players. Every Georgia defensive player outside of the main guys is like, oh yeah, second round pick. They should be that guy. Nothing against them, but they got to play with the benefit of being with a Wyatt and a Jordan Davis on that defensive line.
Yo, that whole Georgia defense is getting so much hype out, and everybody's forgetting about Pickens. I hope they keep on forgetting about him, that he slid out to the third round.
Well, that would be very nice.
Very, you know?
That would be very, very nice if that was somehow able to happen.
I mean, you know what, McConnell? I don't know about you, brother. I mean, since we are doing a live tonight, I'm feeling we should do a mock draft for the people.
Ooh, guys, should we do a mock draft? Bring back another mock draft. It's been a couple weeks since we did a live mock draft.
We can. Can you do a poll for the?
Yeah,
for the
let me set up a poll real quick. Oh, actually, I think I can join it from. Here we go. Click in from Twitter. Oh well, we got a lot of people spamming.
Hey, okay.
I don't even know if we need a poll. Giovanni wants it. Don C wants it. Jose wants it. All right, guys, we're not going to throw up a poll. We're going to do a mock draft. I guess I should still have it open so then we can do polls for the answers. All right, guys. I'm going to pull up a mock draft network. Okay. All right.
Maybe we should do two. So let's do one where we use all 10 picks. And the next one, we try to get a little bit of Eric DeCostish and make some trades, see what we can do.
Dylan's an OG. Dylan knows about Simi Fehoko. My Simi Fehoko.
Okay. We was on that ride.
I've drafted a couple guys a lot, but late round guy, it's got to be a day 3 guy that I love. Now I got to find my recent mock drafts. Who has it been? Late round guy. There's definitely a couple. Sorry guys, I gotta pull up a mock draft and see which guy I've been drafting a lot.
Oh, Wasting, don't worry about it, brother. We are not. If this is your first time watching, we don't pick linemen in the first at 14. So don't worry about that.
Okay, let's see here. I gotta find my answer. Where's my mock draft? Because I know I drafted a couple of guys in a couple of recent mocks. Let's see here. I think it's Bo Melton. Bo Melton or Juanye Thomas. Bo Melton as a wide receiver out of Rutgers has been my guy. However, I really like Juwanie Thomas, but Troy Anderson is like my overall favorite prospect. That's my favorite overall guy. 3rd round player. I'll say Troy Anderson is my Simi Fehoko. Troy Anderson's my guy. All right, let's set up this draft right here. I'm gonna take off the background because it's gonna look really weird.
Share. If we draft any Michigan players, it might just be one this year, good bro. I ain't gonna lie to
you. Window Chrome tab, mock draft. There we go. All righty. Okay, I gotta select Ravens. 7 rounds, fast speed. All right, here we go. See who's going off the board. Thibodeau falls to 8.
Ooh.
All right. All righty, here we go. So, looking at the guys that are gone, Derek Stingley's gone. Sauce Gardner is gone. Thibodeau is gone. Jermaine Johnson is gone.
Okay.
Guys available. Jordan Davis. Devontae Wyatt, Linderbaum, Karlaftis. I mean, that's pretty much it, unless we want to go through wide receivers.
I was about to say, well, the next best thing for me, I'm going at the Ryan Kerrigan, George Karlaftis. I don't know about y'all guys.
Who do you guys like? Let's see here. trying to see the
Wow.
comments.
They're talking about we gotta get Lloyd.
Oh, well, I don't think we're going Lloyd. I'm gonna make the executive decision that we
They
don't
are
go
asking if
Lloyd.
Trayvon Walker is available.
Ooh, let's see. I'll check if Trayvon's available.
No.
Trayvon Walker went 7 to the Giants.
Wow. Okay. And understand, y'all, this first one, we're going all through 10. We're not making no trades, no nothing.
Yeah.
Garrett.
Kenny Pickett.
Stop it.
I feel like that's funny. That's a funny.
Wait, Jermaine Johnson's already been picked up. Baltimore Get Up says take Kalafdis. He's underrated. Honestly, he has become very underrated, and I like that. Honestly,
yeah, I like Karlaftis. I think we go Karlaftis here.
What position is Garrett Williams?
Garrett Wilson. I'm assuming he's talking Garrett Wilson, not or Garrett or Williams, but they're both wide receivers. So
yeah, we're not doing wide receivers off the first rip, you guys.
All right, here we go. I think we go with our guy Karlaftis. You with that, George or Joshua?
Yeah, I'm with it, man. Giovanni, you not feeling George GK?
I don't even think it's George. I think it's like Giorge or something like that. Like it's I want to say it's Turkish or it's like Eastern European is the name. I don't think it's George, or maybe it's Georgie. I don't think it's pronounced George, but I can't remember what the exact pronunciation is.
Okay, so Giovanni, I mean,
hey guys, we can take Sam Howell with our second pick.
Wow, no.
Christian Watson available.
No, we can let that one ride.
I can scroll up. Oh, there's Mayweather guys. Okay.
Is Petrie available? Corner out of
Petrie is gone. 37th overall.
Okay.
We have Christian Harris, linebacker out of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Quay Walker, linebacker out of Georgia. DeMarvin Leal out of Texas A&M, D tackle. Cam Thomas out of San Diego State.
Mm-hmm.
George Pickens. Trey McBride. Mechie.
McBride, he's from Auburn, right?
He's the tight end. He's the Colorado State.
Oh, God. I'm getting him mixed up with the other guy. Okay. Dang, what corners are available in round 2?
Very few.
That's what happens when we go through all 10.
I don't think we're going to go Falele because we already have an offensive tackle, guys. Ooh, someone's asking if McCreary is available. Let's see here. Is there?
First pick was George Kalafdis.
McCreary is available.
Out of Auburn?
Out of Auburn. That could be I like that selection.
And EDC was looking at him. He was looking at him.
I like McCreary. I think that's the move. We go edge rusher first, and then we go corner.
Yeah. Third round is literally dedicated to offensive guys.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think we're going to go with McCreary. Here we go. This is a solid mock draft so far. 2 guys that I really like. Always like to actually get those. All righty. Let's see. Who's available in the third round?
If Christian's still there in the third round, I think we're sold. We're pretty much sold on getting them.
Christian Watson is gone.
Okay.
Available players. My guy, Troy Anderson, the Simi Fehoko of the 2022 NFL Draft. We have Calvin Austin, the fast wide receiver out of Memphis. He's way too small, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's 5'8". There's some tight ends. Is there any guys that you guys want us to check for? Someone says Christian Harris. I'll see if Christian Harris is available. I don't think he is. Drake Jackson's available. Edge rusher. Let's see here.
Is that our guy?
That
Was
is
that our
Mr.
guy out of Fayetteville State?
That is Joshua Williams. But I think he'll be available in the 4th round. I think we could snag him then. I'm kind of liking my guy Troy Anderson, but I want to know what you guys are thinking.
I mean, we did 3rd round. We did say we was going to dedicate that to offense. Add somebody else.
I just don't see really any offense available. Like unless we go running back, the wide receivers I don't think are value wise good spots.
I feel like we can get a Hassan Haskins in like the later rounds.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not seeing any offensive guys that are good value. I think best value is McBride is gone at tight end, and he's the number 1 tight end, and we can get the Maryland guy in like the next round.
Okonkwo?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's double up. Maybe let's go ahead and double up and get another corner then.
You think corner, or what about we go linebacker with Troy Anderson?
Hey, Chris Reed asked about Parham.
Ooh, is Dylan Parham available? Let's see.
Parham
was taken by the Niners at 61.
Okay, Jelani or sign the safety. Y'all asking about safeties. Do y'all not remember we do have Geno Stone and Brandon Stevens on the in the facility, right? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Troy Anderson here.
I'm down for it. If we put a trigger.
Let's see here. Where's Troy? Troy Anderson. Here we go. All right. Now we get to have a lot of picks consecutively. So that'll be fun.
Okay. Ravens spot. This is why Lamar has no weapons. Ravens keep spending all resources on defense. Hey man, how did the Bengals get to the Super Bowl? Literally.
All right. Let's see. Are there any good let's see here.
Oh, somebody asked about Nick Cross.
I think Nick Cross is still available. I'll check. Let's see here. It appears being somewhat slow, guys, so I apologize. No, he is not.
Okay, somebody is Jake Ferguson really someone in the draft?
Jake Ferguson is the tight end out of Wisconsin. He's not bad. He's not a bad guy.
Okay. Someone's saying Rasheed Walker.
We see wide receiver 6'3", Jalen Tolbert out of Southern Alabama.
If he was a part of if he was a part of the Legacy Bowl, I would say yeah, but I don't think so.
Rasheed Walker is available. Offensive tackle, though. I just don't see the need at tackle.
You wouldn't mind adding another one just in case?
I don't think so. I feel like we can get value later.
Okay.
Our guy Josh Williams is available.
Honestly, that's looking real appealing.
I don't know why, but my comments are like I can't see some of the comments, guys, so I apologize. It takes me a little bit longer to see them.
We got people saying Matthew Butler, Cole Strange is a good center guard. We got people talking about Justin Ross.
Justin Ross goes really late in these mocks. I know that. I mean, James Cook's available. Nice running back if we want to get an offensive player. Or we could go tight end if we want to go offense.
If we go tight end, is Jelani Wood still available?
Let's see. Position, tight ends. Yes, Jelani Woods is still available.
Is Okonkwo available as well?
Okonkwo is also available.
I feel like we can wait on those two guys.
I agree with that.
Jesse Lakita.
We already went linebacker is the one thing about Jesse Luketa. And if we went linebacker, I like Brandon Smith over Luketa a little bit more.
Yeah. King Ivo, what's good, brother? Sky Moore.
Sky Moore. Let's see. What does Sky Moore play?
Ron Simon, what's his position?
Wide receiver.
Okay. Yeah, Don Okonkwo out of Maryland I think he ran the fastest 40 out of all the tight ends this year.
Yeah. Ran like a 4.52, 4.51, something like that.
Tariq Woolen. I feel like Tariq Woolen already off the board, Chris.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't see Tariq Woolen.
Baltimore Gillip saying Tyler Batty.
I like Tyler Batty. He's a solid running back. I think I like James Cook a little bit more than him, but
that's only to go for in the third.
I think we're still in the third. I forgot we have 2 third-round picks.
So I think that. Okay, what wide receiver is available in this third round?
It's not great. It's not a lot of big-time guys. For value-wise, I wouldn't take any of them. I feel like we go defense again.
Yeah, I would say add a corner.
I think. Do we go with our guy?
I think we go with our guy.
Our guy.
Since Chris Rushing hasn't been signed yet, we go with another big body 6'3" corner that runs a 4.4, 4.5, and has very good ball skills.
Yeah. And we're already back to picking. All right, 4th round. I feel like we have to go offense at some point.
Let's go with our tight end then.
Get a tight end. All right. What tight end do you like? Jelani Woods or a Okonkwo or a Okonkwo?
I'm feeling the Okonkwo.
Jelani Woods has much better size. Okonkwo is 6'2", which is kind of tough. Jelani's 6'6", almost 6'7".
Okay, because of the style of offense, let's go with Woods.
All right. Getting a tight end. Here's the picks so you guys can see who we've drafted. All right.
We back at it again?
We back at it again. We could go offensive tackle here. Rasheed Walker, backup guy.
Yeah. I'm down for it.
I think that's the play. Get a backup lineman. I think that's definitely the play. And then we get to pick in like 7 more picks. So
and I think this next pick we go running back.
Running back. All right. Here's a position, guys, that you'll like. Damian Pierce out of Florida. Zamir White out of Georgia. He was the backup. Rashad, or is it Rashad or Rashad?
Yeah, that's Rashad.
Okay. Rashad White. Oh, he's big. Hassan Haskins is still available later. Jerome Ford is solid.
Jerome Ford, yeah, he definitely was solid.
Sincere McCormick. He could be nice. UT San Antonio.
Someone said Mathis.
Mathis a running back?
Is Mathis a running back, Waston?
I don't see Mathis if he's a running back.
Honestly, I feel like Hassan Haskins will fit our mode of offense the best.
But you got to remember with Hassan Haskins, he went to Michigan.
That is true.
Makes it difficult to go after him.
So Samir White, we gotta get the other guy from that Georgia tandem then.
Go after Zamir White. All
That's what
right. You know, Georgia's pumped out so many good running backs that it's like their backups have been great. You know, the backups for so many guys have turned into the next great guys. You know, it started with Gurley, and then it was Sonny Michel, and then it was DeAndre Swift. Now it's Cook, but his backup, Mr. Where'd he go? Oh no, I can't find him anymore. Hold on. Zamir White. There we go. Yeah, I didn't want to draft Rashad White, the other guy with the White as his running back. Pick 139.
All right, who we have best available?
Guys, you know who I really want to draft? I want to draft the punter out of San Diego State. I do think it makes sense. I don't want to. I will draft him in the 6th round. I will not draft him any round earlier. But Sam Cook, I don't think should be the Ravens punter anymore. And Areza is the best punting prospect of all time. I think it's worth it. But people are asking for wide receiver. Let's check out wide receivers. Ooh, Justin Ross, Bo Melton, both available. Bo Melton is a kick returner specialist. Like that's what he would be to replace Devin Duvernay. And Justin Ross is the jump ball, big body wide receiver. Which one do you think we should go with?
I'm thinking Justin Ross.
You like Justin Ross?
Everybody's pretty sold on Ross.
I like Justin Ross. All right, let's go with Ross. We have pick 141 now. Let's see here. Donovan West, Kobe Bryant, Hassan Haskins. Sterling Weatherford I really like as a safety. Big body. He can hit really hard as a safety.
He's 6'4".
Yeah, he's a monster. He's like an Anthony Levine hybrid linebacker safety guy that could just lay the wood on special teams.
We always like those type of guys.
Yeah.
What else do we have out here? Wow, Kobe Bryant still out there?
Kobe Bryant's available. We already drafted 2 corners, which makes it tough for me to go Kobe.
Honestly, man, with the way the season went, are there any interior linemen available?
Donovan West. Let's see. What did Donovan West play? I hate how they don't say center or guard. Okay, he is a center. Donovan West is a center we could draft. That's not bad.
Yeah, okay.
Should we go center?
Yeah, I mean it is a later round. That's respectable.
I think center makes sense here. Let's see, where is he? Donovan West. All right, going center.
Yeah, Dylan, I get that. That definitely makes sense. We only got Peters and Marlin now, honestly. So the more the more corners, the better.
Wow, we got a long time to wait. All right, almost up, guys. Here we go. All right, this is our last pick right here. We do have a punter available. We've already drafted edge rusher, 2 corners, a linebacker, tight end, running back, wide receiver, and a center. Do we go after?
I think we could possibly get him unsigned. What is your call, man?
I think we go after an undrafted running back, and we make sure we get the best punter in the NFL. I'm doing it. I love him. I love him too much. I believe that's the end of the draft. If the Ravens end up getting another pick, then I guess we'll have another one. But I'm going to stop sharing. I can now see your guys' comments now. Sweet. There we go. How are you guys doing? What do you guys think about the draft? I'm going to tweet it out in a second so then we can see it. But my computer is really slow right now. But here we go. Here's
coming back, guys. All right.
Yeah, Joshua's back now, and I will throw this back. Here we go. New snip. Here we go.
Oh, the camera don't want to work for me. Sorry, good people.
All right, here we go. All right, tweeting it out now, guys.
Oh, Ravens flock, that's totally fine, man. It can be a horrible draft. A lot of guys that we wanted to pick were taken anyway, man. Wow.
All right, there we go. All right, got it tweeted out. Appreciate it, Jose. Yeah, a lot of times it happens where we can't get the guys we like. And so we got to deal with what the cards are. And that happens to NFL teams all the time. All the time. We wanted Jalen Ramsey. We couldn't get him. We wanted Cooper Kupp. We couldn't get him. We wanted a lot of players, but we couldn't get a lot of them. So, I feel like we did the best with what we could. And Asmodeus, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, if we got both Ekwonu and Linderbaum, I'd be happy. I would be happy with that. I mean, those are arguably the two best linemen in the draft. So
solid as hell, but wow.
I mean, if that happened, I'd be happy. I'd be content with that. Isaiah, why are you hating? Why can't the Ravens be the best team in the AFC?
Right, man. Come on now. I mean,
why can't we be the best team in the AFC? After the Chiefs lost Tyreek Hill? Why not us?
I mean, the AFC is about to be battle tested this upcoming year for sure.
Yeah.
But who says we can't come out of it? Only way we don't come out of it if offense don't produce points, my guys.
Asmodeus, thank you so much for the super chat. For the McChickens. I do like some McChickens. They're honestly pretty good. So thank you.
Yeah.
I would prefer a Baconator from Wendy's, but
4 for 4?
Oof. I do like Jermaine Johnson. But he was already gone. Don C. He was already gone in the draft. He went at like 9 or 10, so we couldn't draft him. So we went with Karlaftis. Baltimore Get Up says trade with the Commanders at 11. I think that's a possibility. They got a couple of things that they want. The Ravens have a lot of picks. They have quarterback in Carson Wentz, so they could maybe draft a wide receiver, I'm thinking, or they'll go out and they'll draft I don't even know, O-line. secondary. I don't know. They may draft a Jordan Davis,
but they already got guys in the middle.
Because they were talking about trading away Payne, so I'm thinking if they get rid of one of those guys, adding Jordan Davis.
They definitely was talking about either drafting, trading away Payne or Allen. Honestly, I wanted Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, Jonathan Allen would be a nice addition.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, man.
A lot of potential suitors for the Ravens. Oh man.
Oh, listen, man. You know, I know who. You gotta remind me who's our offensive coordinator. I know Glenn still out there, man. I know things may not go as well, but at this point, I accepted it that he's our OC. The only thing I can do is maybe help him unlock the vault. But we have to do this as a collective effort, Flock.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
I mean, they pretty much heard our, I wouldn't say our cries, but they heard our woes during the season and this all season. So, you know, the Morgan Moses, the Marcus Williams moves, I feel like, you know, those definitely cries of hearing, you know, like, dang, man, we really ain't got it together. You know, the Flock talking about us bad. Lacey over here on Twitter, you know, she getting her feelings a little hurt, you know, because the people, you know, talking real crazy to her. I can't let this happen to my wife. Marcus Williams, do you want to come with the Ravens, man? Let me give you a 5-year deal for $70 million.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. Bobby Wagner is not signing with the Rams. He's visiting with the Rams this week at some point. That's all I've heard. Is that he's making a visit with them. I've not heard anything extended from that. So that's good news. If he, you know, doesn't go there, maybe he comes to Baltimore for a visit. I would really like that.
Tory. We don't need a prima donna in a run-heavy offense like that.
Who?
DK Metcalf.
Yes, I agree. I definitely agree with that. With the way we run our team, we cannot have a guy that wants the ball no matter what. We just can't. It's not Lamar. It's Greg Roman. Greg Roman doesn't give him the opportunity, so he's not going to be happy in Baltimore whatsoever.
Not at all. And he's going to meet John Harbaugh, the real John Harbaugh that we all love.
He's going to be put in the doghouse, and he'll never get out.
Absolutely. He'll be sitting there with Tyshawn Williams on a reserve deal.
Somehow Greg Roman has the key to get out of the doghouse. And it's very frustrating.
Good morning, Stretch. Definitely no to AB. OBJ is more on the he seems a little bit more humble.
Yeah.
So anything is possible with that.
If he likes you, he's humble. He didn't like Baker, and that was known. And he didn't like Eli, and he didn't like Daniel Jones. So, and he said, he's like, I'm open to coming back to the Browns now that they have Deshaun Watson. Like, that's what he wants. He wants a guy that he likes.
Jerry, honestly, we have a Steve Smith in the facility, but he's just not going to see the field. And that Steve Smith comparison is Tylan Wallace, in my opinion. But right now, for this year's offense, we need more of an Anquan Bolden style of wide receiver. Someone that has great hands, that can move the chains, also plays their role.
Also, guys, totally random plug, but we're trying to hit 5K followers on TikTok, so go check it out. Sorry for this shameless plug. Let's see here. Wow, we've already been going for an hour and 10 minutes. Yeah, I guess time flies when you're having fun, but
Pretty much.
oh man.
Shout out to the 76 people in the stream. Thank y'all for all coming. We really do appreciate it, guys.
Yes.
Really.
Thank you guys so
All the
much.
time. Oh yeah, we didn't do the trade one.
I think we save that for next week.
Yeah.
Because we don't got time to
That's gonna be a lot of
spend
movement.
another half an hour doing another draft.
It's gonna be a lot of movement, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Laconda, you got Amira's in here?
What?
I say you got an Amira?
I don't think so. Who? Where?
Hot juice?
Oh no, where is it? How you doing? How you doing, HJ? How you doing?
Do you all think we'll trade up or trade picks? Honestly, depending on how things are looking at 14 stretch, I think we're gonna trade down. What you think?
I don't think we draft at 14. I think we either trade up or trade down. I think we definitely move in the draft, in my opinion.
I definitely agree with that. Like for some reason, I feel like for some reason we'll get like the 32nd pick and get another second rounder. Like, oh, okay,
a Lamar Jackson 2.0 draft.
Something in that realm.
Trade back up, snag our guy. I'd be very content with that. Very content with that. All right, guys. I think we've kind of covered everything so far. We will definitely be back live again next week. Check out the podcast, guys. If you guys have an iPhone, we would really appreciate a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. You don't even have to listen to the show to leave a review, but it does help out the podcast a ton. If you guys, are willing to go over and throw a 5-star review. And if you guys throw in a funny comment on the review, that would be that much better. But you don't have to leave a comment or anything like that. But, just trying to get the podcast a little bit more promoted because it's another way to listen to us, have good conversations and stuff like that. But
listen, man, the more y'all support us, the more we can do for y'all and the more content we can get out there for you all, I mean, me, McConnell and myself, we've been on the West Coast, East Coast for too long. We gotta get in the same state, man. Help us out.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming into another really fun Wednesday night stream. These have been great ever since the offseason started. We're going to keep doing them. So excited for the draft. So excited for hopefully more Ravens news. But thanks, everybody, for coming in. And if you're watching this in post, you made it all the way through the live stream. Shout out to you. And we'll see all of you again next